Mr. President, I come to the floor to echo the sentiments of my colleague, Senator Marco Rubio. Our annual national defense bill is being held up because Speaker Pelosi and Leader Schumer are refusing to allow a vote on a provision, the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, that prevents Chinese goods made with forced labor, slave labor, from entering the United States. This bill was previously passed by the Senate on a unanimous vote. The Chinese Communist Party's atrocities against its minorities, particularly the Uyghur people, include genocide and crimes against humanity. These are well known. Uyghur women are forcibly sterilized and impregnated by Han Chinese men. Adults are ripped from their families and are sentenced into concentration camps and carry out slave labor. It's estimated that nearly 1 million Uyghur people are being treated this way and held in these camps. There's no question that it should be U.S. policy to hold accountable those responsible for the forced labor of the Uyghurs and ensure that companies, our companies, are monitoring their supply chains and circumstances of workers making products in China to make sure those products that are made by slave labor against the Uyghur people are not brought into this country. That's the feeling of the unanimous vote of the senators, which we already expressed. Congressional Democratic leadership is claiming that the problem with including this amendment is a technicality. But let's be clear that what's really happening here is there are some corporations that Democrats don't want to offend. For example, Democrats want cheap batteries for their so-called Build Back Better agenda, and nearly 80% of the rare earths, including other materials like lithium and cobalt and the like, that are used to make those batteries come from China. And let's underscore this. When companies and politicians avert their eyes from China's predations, from China's slavery, they're effectively paying the cannibals to eat them last. China is coming for them, and it's coming for us. Now, we have in this year's National Defense Authorization Act the opportunity to strike a blow against China's slavery. I implore Speaker Pelosi and Leader Schumer to move past procedural roadblocks and send a clear, convincing message to China and the world at large that goods produced with slave labor are not allowed in the United States of America.